back to another video. Now, I think people really need to calm down about England at the moment, because I know we'd lost a game 4-0 to Hungary at Molineux, our worst defeat since 1928 on home soil. I'm not taking anything away from Hungary because they played really well that game. And to be honest, they played well in the Euros as well, because they got a draw with Germany, a draw with France, and with Portugal they lost. But, you know, they pulled up a good fight in that tournament, so they weren't to be underestimated. And I think people are being really harsh on Gareth Southgate, if I'm being honest, because I get when people have their own idea of being a football manager for England, but I just think England, it is a poison chalice being the England manager. It is, let's face it, because, you know, the press are going to be on you like a ton of bricks. The fans will hound almost every single move that you do, but yet they'll also praise you when you do something right for them. So I think we're a bunch of hypocrites in many ways, but I just think people need to get off Gareth Southgate's back, to be honest, because I know, like I said, people have a different idea about how England should play, given all the talent that we've got, and we do have that, but sometimes in football, it's getting all those players into that system that fits everybody, but sometimes it works with certain teams, and sometimes it doesn't. I know that they'll comment on the manager, saying it's the manager's job to do that, because it is, and I know that. It should be. It should be their job. But I just think people need to look in the mirror and think to themselves, this man's got a vision for England. He's taken us to a World Cup semi-final and a Euro final. We've got a big World Cup coming soon. These guys have got loads of experience, and we're trying to strengthen the squad depth of our team. And sometimes it hasn't gone our way, but that's football. It happens. Sometimes teams lose. You know, it's just natural, isn't it? But we haven't had people come out and say Didier Deschamps needs to leave France. Bear in mind, he won the World Cup 4 years ago. They've lost the past couple of games in the Nations League. No one's called for Roberto Martinez to be sacked from Belgium, and they're still ranked second in the world after they got thrashed 4-1 from Holland last week. To be honest, you don't see England really lose 4-0 that often anyway. I think the last time was probably the World Cup in 2010 against Germany. I know that people think that it's England who are defensive, and England are relying heavily on Harry Kane and Raheem Sterling. And to be fair, England probably are. We've got a World Cup coming soon, and I just think we just need to cut Gareth Southgate a bit of slack. Really, we need to get behind the manager, not against the manager. I also kind of feel these guys have played 4 international games in 10 days across Europe. They played in Budapest, they played in Munich, they've been in Wolverhampton twice after a gruelling season. I have my opinion on the Nations League anyway, and I think they are glorified friendlies, as Kevin De Bruyne said, but it's a test for where we are. And I'm not fussed whether people will say, oh, Gareth Southgate got an easy route for the World Cup, Gareth Southgate got an easy route for the Euros. No one was thinking that when the Euros and the World Cups were actually happening. It's only because we got knocked out, that's why people are hounding him for it and having a go. And that's why it's unfair, because yes, I know he made some bad decisions in the final of the Euros, and I will agree with some of them, like choosing to bring on Marcus Rashford and Jadon Sancho for the penalties, like getting Bukayo Saka to take a penalty when he's only 19. I will say that in defence of the criticism of Gareth Southgate, that he needs to change it a little bit at critical moments during matches. That's what I think he needs to utilise more in the World Cup if we're going to have a better chance of getting even further than we've got so far. But like I said, at this stage, I get the criticism, and I get that, you know, people are angry, because I was. But at the end of the day, you just got to accept it. It's football. You know, things aren't going to go your way all the time. I feel as though sometimes with English fans that we feel entitled almost, don't we? About, oh, we should be winning this, we will win this, we will. We almost underestimate every single team we play, that we should get a result every time. But it's competition, it's football, it's sport. That's how it works. We are going to get a little bump in the road every now and again. The game at Molineux last week was a bump in the road, but we've got to dust ourselves down and go again for the new season and for the World Cup, because every other team will do that. And I'm just hoping that, you know, we'll be behind the players a lot more, because conveniently we will be during the games, but when things go wrong we won't be. The whole fiasco with everything that happened, the disgusting comments about the players who missed the penalties. Come to think of it, 2 of them weren't missed, by the way. They were saved by a guy who's practically like 7 foot tall. I get disappointed when England lose a game, or whenever Manchester United lose a game. I was really disappointed on my 30th birthday actually, because that was when the Euro final was. And you can watch my video of that if you haven't seen it already. It's football, it's life, you've got to deal with it. There are more important things going on in the world, bigger issues that you could moan about beyond a football match. It's not going to do them any favours if on social media and in the press they're getting hounded all the time. Southgate's this, Maguire's this, Pickford's this, Kane's this, Sterling's this, etc. That's not going to help them at all. And then people will be surprised and disappointed they're not playing well. And it's just double standards, really. And I just think people need to get off his back. People might think I'm being too faithful to him given the poor performances in recent weeks, but I'm just showing a bit of optimism and faith in the man because he has, like I said, taken us to a World Cup semi-final and a European Championship final, and for me they've been two of the best footballing memories of my lifetime and most people's. So, I just think we need to just be behind the guy. What do you think of the whole thing with Gareth Southgate in England? Do you think he should go? Do you think he should stay? What do you think will happen in the World Cup? Let me know in the comments below, and as always, if you did want to enjoy this video, then please hit the like button and subscribe for more, and have a notification bell tick so you're notified when I upload a new video, and I'll catch you in the next one. Take care, everybody.